What's up? Welcome back to the WrennyLies vlog. I'm your host, WrennyLies, aka Rennifer Love Hewitt. Today's episode, I give you nothing. Bye! Okay, no, but like for real, I did this whole like segment basically where I went through some of my collection of zines, talking about the history of them, the content, you know, what they mean to me, who the authors are, the moment in history where I acquired these. And I will do more like in-depth videos talking about that, more like segments covering that. But what happened today is that I lost all the footage and I'm completely demoralized. So I'm going to do a quick talk about some of these, and just about my love for zines in general. And then I'm going to do a tarot spread, and that'll be it. This will be a quick video. So the reason I wanted to do this is because I have a chapbook coming out tomorrow, little indie publication that I talked about on yesterday's vlog called On the Way Down. It's a collaboration with an illustrator from Phoenix, Aurelia Meyer, Jake Philip Norris. I just think it's cool. I think it's cool that we have the power to make books. Like, books are kind of like a really, you know, this high level form, right? Like, it used to be like people would fully like go to church their entire lives and like never actually see like the text that they were supposed to be like dedicating their life to, you know? Like the Magna Carta was a big deal because before then it was like you just accepted that the law was a thing because the king said so and you didn't even have to write it down. And like the law is still fake. I actually wanted to talk about this like brilliant book that I'll probably do an entire episode about. 2 essays on crime by Jackie and Carbine, talking about like law and government structure like that. But just that like we can use words and like printers to like disseminate ideas is so fly. Zines are cool, all right? This zine, this was really the first zine I ever like distributed, right? I had made like other zines for practice, and when I do my like, you know, deep dive into my collection, I'll like show you what the first zine that I ever made was. But this was the first one that I ever like really distributed. Death Cult. You can still find this on my my Itch and my Gumroad page. It's called Death Cult. I exhibited it in New York. I talked kind of about that on my vlog from yesterday. But this, you know, has actually done okay for me, you know. I've traded it for burgers on 2 different occasions. And the first initial run of it was enough to pay for like my bus tickets to and from New York. So, you know, in the scheme of like decorating a Google Doc file and then like taking the time to print it, it's been a pretty great value proposition. Ink is expensive and tricky, but this was completely worth it. Make a zine. If you're thinking about it, even in the slightest, make a zine. Collect zines from your friends, trade them, treat them like currency. You know, your ideas are so incredibly precious. You do not need to go through any publisher, any like academic press. You feel me? They can be helpful. But the thing is to remember, like, you are each rendering a service. Like, mostly my mission in life is to convince every writer to stop paying submission fees. It's like this bonkers thing that, like, only poets are, like, expected to do. It's like, oh, you pay a submission fee. Like, don't do it. They won't select your shit. Literally, like, they do, like, there was a research study that I'll do, like, a whole, like, in-depth thing about where, like, 6 out of 10 times, if you're getting selected for like one of these like paid poetry contests that hands out like huge sums of money and like publication and all that, like 6 out of 10 times, if you're getting selected, it's because you awarded somebody else a prize. You know what I mean? Like, it's usually somebody who has already won some of these awards, who's already well known. Like, if you're submitting to one of these contests, that means that you like know the judges, or like you're known enough that you were invited to submit, or you know you should be getting the fee waived. There's no reason you should be paying an application fee for somebody to read your poem. I think that like there's kind of this like guilt complex people have about making your own zine, of like self-publishing, of like, oh, it's like a vanity press. Like, academic journals are vanity presses. Like, they are there only to glorify the institution. Why not glorify your laser printer? You feel me? Like, People would have killed for that in like the 1800s. You feel me? Like Martin Luther with a laser printer would have done like 10 times as much misogyny. You feel me? So whatever your discipline is, whether you're a cartoonist, a comic maker, a meme maker, a poet, a historian, if you write fan fiction, please revive the fanzine. I know, like, save the trees, like, paper mills are actually terrifying, but, like, make a zine. Like, I am so serious. Make a zine. At the very least, you'll make friends. You can trade it for other books. Like, it is so fun. If you don't like words, then do it in wingdings. I don't care. That's my message for today. That's all I really have to say in my vlog. This is now, my third book. Right? They're like short things, but I consider them books. Like, I'm very proud of them. They're short. They're like beautiful. This is the second one that I made like in collaboration with somebody else. It's literally a picture book that I have coming out soon. As soon as I get physicals, I'm gonna do a whole like thing on here. But it's cool. I think it's exciting. And it's actually like easier than you would think now. Like, you basically just like take, go in your notes app, pick out your favorite ruminations, put it in like a Google Docs file, print it, like go to the print thing, save it as a PDF, and then go to chatbookify.com, upload it, and they will give you like a fully like print formatted PDF. Like, you can just plug that into a printer and it'll give you the proper sequencing. Like, the hardest part of making a zine is getting the layout, right? Like, the first time I tried to make a zine, I spent literally 3 days like trial and erroring, like looking at it, like looking at tutorials, because I'm just like somehow so good at like video games, but so visually stupid at aligning pages. And now you can just like do it. Like, Chatbookify, it'll take like 30 seconds. Like, realistically, if you have ink or access to a printer, you could make a zine in all of like 30 minutes. Like, take advantage of that. Produce literature, practice, call it a skill, call it garbage, make propaganda, make flyers, do whatever you literally feel like. You have the freedom to produce works of art. Take advantage of that. I think it's cool. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you're watching right now, you can find me on social media at t.x, linktr.ee/wrenromero. Obviously right here, I stream on Twitch sometimes at RennyXJ9. I am Renny the Teenage Robot. Just to close out today, let's do a little tarot reading, shall we? What's the vibe for the day? So this is the Page of Cups reversed. This fool's a real pretty boy carrying a fish in a cup, but it's upside down. You feel me? Just because you and that fish have been together your whole lives does not mean that fish is your friend. No, I'm kidding. That's like very paranoid thought. The Page of Cups reversed is like very much so like, it's okay to take a break from always caring for others. Like, it's okay to direct your energy inward a little bit. It's a good day to unwind, to try and meditate, try and relax. 7 of Cups shows like a painter, like barefoot, shouts out all the Virgos out there, feet content. Painter just doing their thing, working on their craft. There's a whole other thing to be said about this fool like holding up the painting, but that's a different conversation. Just like indulge your creativity. Like I was saying, like create something. There's so many avenues, so many outlets, and like I swear to you, the tools that you have available to you to create and to distribute your creations and to profit off of your creativity, they are not lesser than any of the means that are like beyond you. You feel me? Like, there might be this perception that because you have access to it, it must be lesser. Like, that's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. Like, I'm talking to you through a phone. That's like such an incredibly powerful piece of technology. And then this is the last one, the Magician reversed even. Like, the Magician is so much about like learning new skills and like transforming our environment, applying all of our tools, and like really like honing our minds. This is funny, my friend actually drew the same card reversed today. But the Magician reversed is like, homie, you already know the way, you know the skills, you've done the knowledge, like just do what you know. Sometimes it really is just about like applying what you already know, sharing what you've already created. Like, before you go asking for a new miracle, just celebrate the one you got. So this is my vlog rant today. Is like literally like forget about all of the like prestige industry in the world. Forget about every, you know, professor, classroom, contests, like whatever, like who cares? You know what I mean? Like create your mixtape, create your vlog, create your zine. Just enjoy your life. Fill the world with art, fill the world with trash, fill the world with memes. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Once again, I'm your host, Rennie the Teenage Robot, Rennifer Love Hewitt, Rennie the Liar. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. You know, like, comment, subscribe, let me know. What's your favorite color? Ciao!